Whoa, this is the Yewllusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. Everything's a distraction. It's all a decoy issue. That's what I'm realizing. It's all of it. Everything down here is a distraction. And there's only one truth. And that is your relationship with God. That's it. That's all it's about down here. But that one fundamental truth is totally up for grabs in the concept of free will. Because you have to use your discernment to weed through all the information down here. And at the same time, look at yourself in the mirror and evaluate yourself in a way that only you can do before God, if that makes any sense. So, it's been a radical period in my life of self-evaluation and figuring out what's going on here, man. Because literally everything I knew is foundational and my reality got turned upside down over the last 3 months, right? And a lot of information's been coming into my discernment center in my brain the last couple weeks, and especially the last 72 hours, trying to decode what the deception is. What is the deception? And then I realized it's all a distraction. Even the deception is a distraction. The deception versus the truth is a distraction. There's only one thing that I need to be worried about, and that's my relationship with God. And it came to me in the shower. I was just now taking a shower, and I was thinking about this crazy YouTube video someone sent me to this person called Dallas Goldbug. I think that's what it is. And it's this video, and I don't know if it's a parody or it's straight or what's going on. It doesn't matter to me. I'm watching this. I've invested the 15 or 20 minutes into this video, and it's basically this person's trying to say that people like Joel Osteen, there's these actors pretending to be Joel Osteen, and there's all these actors to be these candidates around the world, that Stephen Carell has a side job acting as the head of the Green Party, and one of the Green Party people is Christina Applegate. It was so ridiculous, and the people so didn't look like the people, and I was like, it didn't make me doubt. See, what I think it is there's a lot of misinformation going on to discredit people trying to figure out what is going on, right? So I'm watching this, and it's so ridiculous that it kind of blows your mind. And then I realize, or I think, maybe I understand that it's so ridiculous to make me look deeper into the whole thing. And then that's when I had this aha moment of it's all a distraction. The wars, the famines, the politicians, they're all false. There is only one thing that's true, and that's who I am in relation to God, right? And I came to this because I was sitting in this thought process in the shower, thinking about my own truth, who I am. And you see, I had to over the last month or so, I've really had to rebuild myself. Because see, when the hologram and the minigram abandoned me, how else? I felt terrible about myself, and I felt guilty and this and that, and I had to go into the depths of me and figure out who I was again. Because I thought it was, what am I trying to get at here is, I thought I was a terrible human being. You know, it's that thing when like the people closest to you treat you this way and abandon you. You're looking at yourself going, am I, huh? And I've had to rebuild my strength and realize that, like, yeah, as flawed as I am as a human being, who I am before God is all that matters. Who I am before God. See, it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. And I was trying to make this video last night where I was trying to deconstruct everybody's golden calves. Like, everybody has these characters and you're not allowed to say anything negative about them because people have invested themselves in these people, whether it's the preacher, whether it's the politician, whether it's the idea coming from the book, whether it's the writer, the musician, whatever it is everybody doesn't want their golden calf to be dismantled. And then it was like, I went through this thing watching this goofy video and thinking about it where I realized that the only thing that I have any understanding of is me. There is not one human being on the planet I know anything about, and I never truly will. And that's why I have to go to God. God can send messages through other people and all that stuff. The human being the only one I will ever truly get the closest to understanding is my son. And any offspring I may have in the future. Like, the person I lived with for the last 5 years, and I have no idea who they are. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't know who they were. Everything I understood turned out to not be true. You know, because I had to, like, look at myself and who was I during that journey? Yeah, I was a flawed human being and all of that kind of stuff, but I never once was ever contemplating, like, abandoning anyone. Like, being like, oh, you're not worthy to me. Like, I'm gonna totally, like, blow your mind with how I'm gonna treat you. It just never came. I just am not that person. So I was sitting in the shower and I was like, wait a minute, like, I can stand before God. I know what my sins are. I know what I've done wrong in this lifetime. But I also know that, like, where I stand right here, right now, and that my primary reality is not to deceive. If that makes any sense. Like, I could never deceive. That's, I think, why I was so blown away, is like my number one most trusted human being on the planet fully was deceiving me. Like, whoa. So, but I had to, like, look at myself and get to the point. It's like, it's not about me, it's about them. And that's where, like, this thing's, like, swirling about, where I'm realizing it's all a distraction. None of it has anything to do with me, anything going on down here, except how I interact with God. Right? See, like, I know one truth. I know one truth is God is love. That's it. That's all I know for sure, is God is love. And God is loving. And that's why he sent his only son, Jesus Christ, down here to die on the cross for our sins. Now, you can take that any way you want. I'm not here to, like, convert anyone or preach. I'm just trying to say, is like, when I stare at myself in the mirror, I know I'm a good human being. I know that I don't have hate in my heart. And it's gnarly because like there's this human being out there who's done me wronger than any human being on the planet, and I'm processing through it. But ultimately, like, I'm about forgiveness. I don't know if I'll ever be able to truly communicate, but like, I can forgive and and generate that energy out. And I suppose that energy on a level is like love. So as I'm deconstructing the world around me, I also have to realize that I have a prime example of how fictitious reality is. Like I said, the person I had invested the most with in my life proved out to be a hologram, a deception, a mirage, if you will, a facade, right? So all of these things they don't matter. It doesn't matter what Donald Trump's doing, or the Rothschilds, or the international banking cartels, or the oil corporations, or the aliens, or the warmongers, or any of that. It's, can I stand before God and in my heart know that I contain the truth of firm character. Like, what I mean by character, and it's the only way I know how to describe this, is like, do I lie? No. Do I steal? No. Do I cheat? No. Do I adulter? No. Do I fornicate? No. Do I gluttonize in drugs and alcohol anymore? No. Am I out to manipulate this reality to get something? No. Am I honest with what I need? Do I believe in myself? It was something, and the Akko thing was like a huge like data dump for me of like, yeah, I know standing right here, right now before God, that the abundance and success is coming my way. And that why all these things have occurred over the last, it was to test my character. See, there's even something I'm debating right now in my head. I don't know. Huh. We're only as sick as our secrets, right? We're only as sick as our secrets. And we're the ones who have to live with ourselves, because we're the ones who have to face God when this is all done. And we have to face God on the daily. It's funny, dude. It's funny, even talking about this, I figured something out. Hmm. The truth will set you free, right? But what is the truth, man? You know what the truth is. You know what the truth is.